Hello everybody, welcome to my X-Files Halloween special part 1 for bus spotting. So of course it is the week of Halloween, of course it's bus spotting as usual in my home city of Gloucester. So with that said, let's get on with the video, shall we? Go Alexander, Survivor by Scania 15362. 1573. And of course 2249 Alexander, Survivor by 19.4. With that said, what bus alliance are the transport hub on this fine morning? That is of course slightly really cloudy, and of course there are a couple of blue skies in the Gloucester sky of late. Let's go in there. Yeah, we got Go Ahead Plums Right Gemini 3 Street Deck 374. Your Sky Sunday Scarfront by Scania 15365. Yeah. Alexander Scarfront by Scania 15985 there. And Alexander Scarfront MMC's number 10759 and 10755 in the corner. There's also another 15970 arriving at speed. Here goes 10759. And then of course another Alexander 500 MMC passes by 10757. So when did number 2 ever went into the railway station? That was Alexander Bar 32778 on the route 2. No bus coming in. Alexander Bar from Boy Scania into 30D 15532. Some buses leaving. And 15365, and my bus, which was 15357, or heading off towards Cheltenham and Long Levens. So there goes the next one, 10755 and 15532. Going a different way. There's 15985. Right, here comes next Cheltenham bus. Alexander Esbar from MMC and together 10751. Just see Go Ahead Plums Right Gemini 3 Street Deck 374. Levers 10751 passes by. And there's also another Alexander Sparkle MMC Scania waiting here at the lights. There goes 374 onto the main road. We have a National Express Sedan Levante 3 triaxle coach coming from the right, from the left, late 2024 plated. 15364, so arriving at this time. Also Alexander Bar 200 has just arrived in the background. Santana's starting to crawl towards this corner here. Alexander Bar 327 705 is now waiting to turn. 635 now leaving. Sterling at University of Surrey Brandis Alexander followed by Scania N230D number 15 984, probably on covering for unavailable services. Sorry, not unavailable services, unavailable single deckers. There's of course another Alexander Sparkle just standard for this one to go ahead Fulhams. We also have 2245 Alexander Sparkle 300 by man 18.240 squeezing through that gap. And of course 22 Central 47. Which is one of the routes that actually goes up to the railway station. So there we go, 10 Central 51 now departing, along with 15528. There we go. So there goes those three buses. Stallion 230 Leap and Scared 15374 Lee. Departing 2775. Oh no! 2775 has missed! That was a quick change the lights. What is going on here? There's a problem with the lights, it's crazy, what? Alexander Rifle by Scania N230D 15871. Still that new and community school wrap. And it's covering for unavailable Alexander Barrows. It's also 15978 coming in from the other direction. Perfect place for these two buses to cross paths. We also have go ahead Plums Alexander Sivar 400 MMC long wheelbase. It looks like it's already new because of it being a late 2025 plate. But it doesn't have any other things to no fleet number. Alexander Spartan 3688. Sorry, 36388, sorry. We don't have a far bus of this part one is come this way is an Alexander Spartan by Scania N2 30D number 1534. And it completes a choreography of 5x5, the transport hub.